It can happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold.
Might be a little bit, maybe a little better, but Floyd was the better fighter out of all of them. Manny Pacquiao was good too, with the fast hands, but he was easy to hit. And
in boxing, anything can happen. We've seen it before. Legends rise and legends fall. Manny Pacquiao is no exception. He's been knocked out cold, he's been hurt, and unlike Floyd Mayweather, who built his career on being nearly untouchable, Pacquiao has always been more vulnerable. Who can forget the chilling knockout against Juan Manuel Marquez, a moment so brutal many thought it was the end of his career right there. That's the risk in boxing. Life-altering injuries are always one punch away. Now, fresh controversy has reignited debate around Pacquiao's future. Floyd Mayweather's camp has reportedly leaked never-before-seen sparring footage of Pacquiao being knocked down during training. The clip shows Manny taking heavy shots before a trainer rushes.
Didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How was Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh man, we worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah.
How does Victor match against Manny?
It was a great sparring session and one of the best I've ever seen.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Is in to stop the action. At 46 years old, seeing Pacquiao absorb that kind of punishment has raised serious questions about whether it's wise, or even safe, for him to keep fighting. Even Victor Ortiz, who once sparred with Pacquiao, admits those sessions were unforgettable. He described Manny's intensity as unlike anything he had ever experienced. In fact, Freddie Roach once called Ortiz versus Pacquiao the best sparring he had ever witnessed. But Ortiz has always played coy about who got the better of those exchanges, joking that he has amnesia when asked if he ever knocked Manny out. Still, with new sparring clips...
Because what's the worst case scenario? Someone gets seriously hurt. Someone has like life-altering injuries, and that could happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold. I thought when he got knocked out by Marquez, I thought he died. It was that scary.
Yeah.
Remember that one? So
I do.
Ultimately, I'm most surprised that if it hasn't been officially announced, if it lands in Nevada or California, I'll be very surprised and dare I say disappointed.
Surfacing online, fans are split. Some believe Pacquiao's speed and movement remain sharp for his age. Others saw a slower fighter taking unnecessary damage. And that leads to the difficult question, is Pacquiao's return inspiring or reckless? Because the truth is, Pacquiao's comeback hasn't gone smoothly. His recent fight with Mario Barrios ended in a controversial draw. Many expected Manny to win decisively, perhaps even setting the stage for a blockbuster rematch with Floyd Mayweather. Instead, the result only fueled doubts. Analysts like Carl Frampton were brutally honest, calling the WBC's decision to rank...
Who would your top five be?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Number one?
Yeah, and then pound for pound. See, Pacquiao he started as a flyweight champ. Not just he started his career there. He was the champion at flyweight and then moved up. There are so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt. Even the fact that he could compete with Floyd Mayweather, who's a naturally bigger guy and one of the greatest pure boxers, Pacquiao's overall body of work, you could have him second pound for pound behind Sugar Ray Robinson.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
Oh, that dude, it's the calves, man. He's got those fast twitchies and those big calves jump in on you and generate a lot of power. Crazy hand speed and power from the southpaw. Really awkward, hard to beat, lightning fast. Pacquiao was all that.
A 46-year-old Pacquiao for a world title fight a joke. To Frampton, Manny's return looks more like financial necessity than competitive drive. Timothy Bradley, who fought Pacquiao 3 times, also voiced concern. He respects Manny as a legend, but he sees clear signs of decline, slower reactions, weaker defense, and moments where he simply can't pull the trigger. Bradley even suggested that Mario Barrios carried Pacquiao in their fight, holding back instead of pressing for the finish. On the other side, Some who have shared the ring with Pacquiao recently say he still has plenty left. One sparring partner described it as an honor.
Oh, why not? Why not? If he's willing to have a rematch with me, then I'm okay with that.
An exhibition. How does it go now, this time around? Obviously, it's been quite a few years since you guys got in the ring.
It's okay. An exhibition with a decision.
With a decision, not just exhibition.
Yeah.
So for how long do you think?
Exhibition with a decision.
That's a nice little.
Praising Manny's explosive footwork and rapid-fire combinations, insisting he remains a nightmare to deal with, even in practice. That's the contradiction at the heart of this comeback. Half the boxing world sees a fading legend, the other half still sees flashes of greatness. And in the background of all this is the shadow of Floyd Mayweather. Their 2015 showdown was billed as the fight of the century. Mayweather's precision and defense against Pacquiao's southpaw speed and power. Floyd won on points, but the legacy debate never ended. Who ducked who? Who stalled negotiations? Could the outcome have been different if they fought earlier? Now, talk of a rematch, or at least an exhibition, is back on the table. Pacquiao...
It's a joke, really. There's the thought. It's an absolute joke. I love Manny Pacquiao. Love everything about him. An all-time great in terms of what he's done previous, but that doesn't entitle you to just walk back in after 6 years and get a number 4 ranking with the WBC and fight for a world title. What about all the other guys that are waiting around? It's wrong. We seen Manny Pacquiao fight an exhibition against a kickboxer in his last fight, and kickboxers can't box, right? I've seen world champion kickboxers coming and sparring boxers. They can't box. They can kick, but they can't, and they can kick and box a little bit. They can't really box, and Manny didn't look great. I mean, yep, I don't know. The WBC, I think they have a lot of time for him, Richie O'Sullivan, but I think it's a mistake, really do, and they should be quite embarrassed allowing a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao straight in for a world title fight.
Pacquiao himself has said he's open to facing Floyd again, not for titles, but for entertainment and legacy. A fight that would capture nostalgia, generate massive revenue, and avoid the wear and tear of professional championship-level boxing. But would Floyd risk it? That's where the opinions differ. Sugar Shane Mosley, who fought both men, believes Mayweather's defense will always neutralize Pacquiao's aggression. Others, like Pauli Malignaggi, argue that Floyd might actually be tempted now, because Pacquiao's decline may...
I do think that Pacquiao was willing to face Mayweather in this situation. He just didn't want to agree to those stipulations. And if the stipulations aren't too ridiculous, I think it is ducking. Pacquiao would then face Joshua Clottey instead on the 13th, and Floyd would go on to face Shane Mosley. Pacquiao beats Clottey by decision, and Floyd beats Mosley by decision. Half a year after the initial negotiations fell through, Pacquiao takes a U-turn and actually agrees on the 14-day blood testing. With the new stipulations, Team Pacquiao
makes the risk smaller. Watching Manny struggle against Barrios, Malignaggi believes Mayweather saw enough weakness to confidently say, "I can beat that guy again." History shows how messy this rivalry has always been. Failed negotiations, accusations of ducking, arguments over drug testing. At one point, Pacquiao even sued Mayweather for defamation. Twice, contracts were close to being signed. Once Pacquiao backed away, the next time Floyd refused. Finally, they met in 2015, but for many fans, it felt too late. And yet, here we are in 2025, still talking about Mayweather versus Pacquiao too. At this stage, it wouldn't...
My eyes keep telling me, wait, does Manny look like a steroid creation? Does he look like some mini Schwarzenegger? Well, I can give you any other thing that steroid can do, but not natural hand quickness. So if you're right about how Floyd Mayweather is the greatest defensive tactician in the history of boxing, what should he care about how ripped or big the head is of Manny Pacquiao? Pretty boy Floyd is worried that for the first time in his career, he is going to get hit and hit and hit. He's going to get cut. He's going to get hurt. He is scared to
be about rankings, titles, or records. It would be about closure, pride, and money. Pacquiao believes it can happen. Floyd remains silent. But one thing is clear, fans still want it. Because in boxing, the story never really ends. And maybe, just maybe, this time the rematch won't just be talk. That's it for today's breakdown. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel.